All right, we'll go ahead and get started, everyone. Welcome. This is Armchair yoga class with Carnegie Museum of Art. I'm Lydia. This is our last class for the month of November, and actually the last class for 2021 as well. We'll continue these classes in January, so you can look forward to these next year. But I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving and that you enjoy being here together. I know I'm happy to be back here for one final class this year. Before we get started, I just want to thank the Campbell Foundation for supporting these weekly classes. And before we get moving and looking at this work of art for today, let's just take a moment to settle in, just feel grounded in your space. You can gently close your eyes. Just feel the connection of your feet against the ground, your body resting in the chair. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Take a few more deep breaths. Just try to let go of any other thoughts, anything drawing your attention and awareness away from this moment. When you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And we'll go ahead and look at our work of art for today. So today we're going to be looking at this work titled Power Play Armchair by Frank Gehry. So for today's class, we're going to be doing a more powerful flow, kind of just connecting with this idea of power. So you can just keep that in the back of your mind as I read this description. Canadian-born American architect Frank Gehry might be best known for his innovative Guggenheim Museum building located in Bilbao, Spain. He designed the curves using reflective materials to best capture the light and at once stand out and mesh with the urban surroundings. The skin is comprised of laminated titanium sheets that were created here in Pittsburgh. Gehry has always experimented with materials and shapes, pushing the boundaries of both architecture and design. His foray into furniture began in 1969 with his Easy Edges line. At first, corrugated cardboard might not seem durable enough for a chair, but Gehry looked to this inexpensive material to challenge the idea of what could be. He said this about his work. One day, I saw a pile of corrugated cardboard outside of my office, the material which I prefer for building architecture models. And I began to play with it, to glue it together, and to cut it into shapes with a handsaw and a pocket knife. The later Power Play series reinvents Gehry's affection for curvy linear forms with laminated strips of maple veneer. Gehry quotes that the design of his series was reminiscent of the apple crates he played with as a child. I'll just take a few more moments to look at this work. Just notice the structure of this, of each line and the material that was used. What about this communicates power? And how can you use what might seem like a not very durable material and make it more powerful by its structure? I'm going to use this idea as we move through today's yoga class. So just begin by closing your eyes and just tuning in with your own body. And notice how you feel today. Are there any places in your body that feel powerful? Are there any places in your body where you want to experience more power, more strength, more energy? Just notice these places. Just notice how you feel today without any judgment. And even as you sit here, try to build a little bit more power energetically and physically by pressing all four corners of your feet into the earth. Feel the power moving between the earth and your body. And then move your awareness up the legs to your sit bones and that connection of your body against your seat. Press firmly into your seat. Then bring your awareness up your body, just stacking the shoulders over the hips. Feel the power in this stance as your body aligns. And then let the head just rest effortlessly over. And then take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, release. We'll take a couple powerful breaths here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, release it out. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth, exhale. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. And just return to a natural breath in and out through your nose. Just notice how even sitting here, just realigning the body, breathing with purpose a little more forcefully can cause you to feel a little bit more powerful, a little bit more energetic. You can slowly start to open the eyes. Just bring your awareness to the space around you. And continue to connect to this idea of power. Take a deep breath in, lift the arms all the way up overhead. You might even gaze up. We'll just take a couple deep breaths here with the arms raised overhead. Just notice how changing the shape of your body might change your energy, make you feel a little more powerful as you're taking up more space. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, just cactus the arms out to the sides and open the chest. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, draw the arms back down. Inhale, lift. This time as you're pulling down, imagine you're pulling a weight down. It's a little bit of resistance. Inhale, press that weight up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. One more time. Imagine there's a slight resistance as you lower and then press back up. Exhale, release the arms down to the side. Just take some shoulder rolls, lifting the shoulders up and down, finding some space in the body. And just switch directions. Bring that back to stillness. Inhale, lift the arms out to the sides, and then flex the hands so it's like the palms are pressing out to either side. Feel the strength from the palms of the hands all the way through to the shoulders into the chest. Feel power in this pose as you hold it in stillness. And then just flip your palms so the fingertips point down, just stretching out the wrist, but keeping that same line of energy in the arms. Inhale, flip the palms, fingertips point up. Exhale, fingertips point down. Do that one more time, each direction. You might be feeling a little fatigue in the shoulders and the arms. That's okay. We're just building these muscles. You can stay right here if you need to take a break for a breath. You can lower the arms and just take a deep inhale. Otherwise, keep your arms where they are and rejoin us when you're ready. You can make fists here. Then we're just going to take some circles. These don't have to be big circles. They can be small or larger, whatever feels best in your body. Feel the strength and power in the shoulders. Reverse the direction. The next inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And then exhale, release them back down to the sides. You can just roll the neck out a couple times, release the neck and the shoulders. So whenever we're working on building strength, finding more power in our practice, we want to balance that out. So part of finding power is also knowing when to rest or when to release. We find that release in these counter poses. Bring the hands onto the legs and press the hands into the thighs. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, press your hands and curl the spine. Try to make this a powerful cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curve the spine. See how your hands can create some leverage to allow you to go deeper. Inhale, open. Exhale, curve. Just take a couple more at your own pace. You might try even closing your eyes, just noticing how that changes your awareness, allows you to feel the sensations, maybe a little bit more clearly, sharply. And then just come back to a neutral position. Bring the hands down to the sides. From here, you're going to lift the right leg. Just try to bring it parallel to the floor if possible. And then we'll point and flex the toes a couple times, just like we did with our hands. And just bring it to center. See if you can lift the leg just a little higher. Maybe the back of the thigh comes off the chair just a little. And we'll lower it all the way back down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bring the leg parallel to the ground and point and flex the toes a couple of times here. And then just bring that to stillness. See if you can lift the leg a little higher. Engage through the core. Feel the strength in the thighs, the glutes, the whole core of your body. And then lower that down. We're going to take a few leg lifts. So we'll start just by lifting one leg and then switching to the other side. So we'll begin on the right. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift the left and lower. Just continue like this, alternating, lifting side to side. Just lift it high enough so you feel engagement in the core. You feel power in your body. You're building heat. You can continue alternating legs like this, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, finding a little bit more power, press both hips down into your chair and try lifting both legs at the same time. Then lower. Lift and lower. Do 4 more, whether you're taking 2 legs or alternating. And then when you've had enough of that, you can let it go. Just bring the legs out wide and rock just side to side, bringing one knee in and then the other, just rotating the hips a little to release the legs. Then you can bring the feet about hip width distance apart. We're going to flow here. This is called a half sun salutation. We do this a lot in this class. Today, we're going to work on building that power and heat up. So we'll do a number of rounds of these. And as you're moving through this, what I want you to focus on is just connecting your breath with the movement. Notice how the stream of air will affect your energy and the movement and the power you're feeling in this series of poses. So on your next inhale, lift your arms all the way up. As you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the arm. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the arms. Use your core to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Use your core. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round. Really use a powerful breath. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and then exhale the hands to heart center. You might close your eyes. Just take a couple rounds of powerful breath here, in and out through the nose. One way we can use the breath in yoga practice to build a little more heat and power is what's called an ocean breath. So I'm going to introduce that now if you want to try it out. So as you're breathing here in and out through your nose, you can try just gently restricting the back of your throat so that when you breathe, there's a slightly audible sound created, almost like the ocean. This is almost like the sensation of fogging a mirror or a window. This just creates a slightly more powerful breath. It's a nice way to ground yourself in the breath throughout the practice and then also to continue building heat. So if you want to try that as we continue to move through this class, you're welcome to use that breath, sometimes called Ujjayi breath. If that doesn't feel right for you today, you can leave that. Just continue with your normal breathing. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. And from here, we're just going to bring the legs out wide. Then bring the right arm to the right leg. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Take a side stretch. Take a couple deep breaths as you hold here. Ground down through your sit bones. And then inhale, come all the way up and just switch to the other side. Lift the right arm up, stretch over to the side. Inhale all the way up. Then keep the legs out wide. This is our goddess pose. You can bring the arms out to the sides, cactusing them like we did earlier. Try to open the chest, ground into the sit bones and into your feet. And then use that strong breath to build the heat. If you want to challenge yourself, build more heat in the legs, you might bring the hands down and just try lifting the hips up. So you're in this squat. The chair's right there behind you if you need to come back down. Maybe you lift up using your feet with the arms by the sides. Option to just take a couple pulses. Maybe your sit bones don't even come completely off, but you're still engaging the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Release it down. And just turn towards the right. So your right leg is pointing to the side. Your left foot is behind you and the toes are pointing towards the front. So your chair is underneath your right sit bone. You can bring the arms out wide to a T and gaze over the right fingertips. This is a powerful pose called Warrior Two. We're activating so many muscles in our body through the legs, through the core, and through the arms. Imagine someone's pulling you from either fingertip. Your next inhale, bring the left arm behind you. Right arm lifts up. Reverse this warrior. Then as you exhale, bring the right arm to the right leg. The left arm reaches towards the side. This is our side angle. Keep taking those deep breaths. Notice what's happening with your chest. See if you can lift it a little more, spiral it open. And the next inhale, come all the way up and then just rotate back to that starting position, this goddess pose. We're going to take another little strengthening activity here. So keep pressing into your feet. See if you can lift the hips just a little bit. You can keep them on the chair, but just activate the legs and see if you can lift the right heel off the ground and lower, and lift the left heel and lower. Lift the right, lower, lift the left. You might feel some engagement in the calves. Let's do one more on each side. Last one, keep using your breath and release down. And then turn the hips over to the left. The left leg points to the side and then the right toes point towards the front. You can have some bend in the back leg or try to straighten it. And then bring your weight down behind the left hip and glute so you're balanced on the chair. And then bring your arms out wide. Gaze can be over the left fingertips. Try to press a little more into the feet to engage the legs. Draw up through the core and the chest and out through the arms. Find power in holding this pose. Your next inhale, bring the right arm behind you. Left arm rises. Reverse the warrior and open the chest. Exhale, bring the left arm to the left leg. Right arm reaches towards the side. Again, notice if the chest is collapsing down. See if you can open it. Notice how this is a little bit more powerful in your body. The next inhale, come back to center and then just rotate back to that goddess pose where we were earlier. And then just lower the hands down, heel toe the feet in. You can bring the feet so they're about hip width distance apart. We're going to come into a powerful standing pose called chair pose. So you have the chair behind you. If you know you want to stay seated, you can stay right here. Try to bring more weight into the feet and just engage the muscles of the legs. If you feel okay, you can start to lift the hips up. You can keep the hands on your hips. Maybe you bring the hands to your heart, or you can open them up to the sides like we did earlier in that goddess pose. Try to bring the weight into your heels. You might even try just wiggling the toes a little. Just remember the chair is right behind you if you need it. Then the next inhale, lift the arms, straighten the legs. As you exhale, come back down, sit back in your chair pose. We'll move through that a couple of times. Inhale, lift, straighten. Exhale, chair. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chair. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, chair. And then rise all the way up. Release the arms down. You can bring the feet together so the big toes touch if that feels okay. And then just bring the hands by the sides. Just feel all four corners of your feet grounding down. And again, feel the hips stacking over the heels. The shoulders stacking over the hips. The head just resting on top. Take a couple of deep breaths. You might close your eyes and just feel the power of your body as you're standing here in alignment. Take another deep breath in and out. And slowly open your eyes. And then you can just move over to the right side of your chair. We'll just do a couple more standing poses here. You can bring the left toes to face the chair. The right toes can face forward. You want your feet about maybe 2 or so feet apart. Bring the arms out wide. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, start to bend to the side. Left hand comes to the chair. Right hand reaches up. Triangle pose. Really press the feet into the earth. Lift the right arm up. Then press into your feet. The next inhale, come all the way back to standing and use your core and find strength to lift you up. Then rotate the left toes back to center. We'll just step the feet together. You can grab onto the back of your chair. Your next inhale, lift the right leg up. You can keep the knee bent here. Engage the core, or you can straighten the leg. We're just going to hold it for 3, 2, 1, lower down. You can walk that out and go to the other side of your chair. Just do those standing poses here on the other side. So this time, turn the right toes to face the chair. Left toes face forward. Your hips are square and you bring the arms out wide. Inhale here. As you exhale, start to bend over to the right. The left arm reaches up. Your gaze can be up or down, whatever feels best in the neck. Engage through your core and press into the feet as you inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands can come to the hips. You can rotate the right toes forward and then step the feet together. Bring the right hand to the top of the chair. Your next inhale, lift the left leg up. You can keep the leg bent, or if you want to try straightening it, we're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1. Release the leg down and just walk it out a little bit. Come back to your seat. We'll just take a few moments to cool down. So now just connecting with this opposite energy, this counterbalance between power and then more rest, cooling it down. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Then exhale, start to twist just over to the right for a moment. Just a gentle twist. You don't need to pull yourself. Just allow the spine to release gently here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center. And then exhale, just slowly fold forward. You can take your hands and just clasp opposite forearms underneath your legs if you have the space, or the hands can just gently hold onto the back of the thighs or just hang down. Relax the head and the neck. You might shake the head out a little bit, yes and no. And bring your hands to your shins and slowly walk the hands up the legs to bring yourself back up to a seat. You can slide back on your chair or sit up on the edge if that feels more comfortable. Just find a resting pose. Your hands can come to the legs or they might hang by the sides. Just check in with how you feel now after that movement, more mindful breathing. You can continue to rest here as long as you'd like. You can stay here after the video's ended and just take some time for yourself to just rest. If you're ready to come out, you can just gently wiggle the fingertips and the toes. Bring some gentle movement back to the body. Your next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Just take a full body stretch. And lower the hands down to your heart. You can slowly open your eyes back up. Just pause here for another moment of stillness. And we'll take a deep breath here together to seal in this practice. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Thank you all for being here today, sharing this time in this practice together. Again, I will miss seeing you all next month. We'll be taking just a little break for the holidays, but we'll resume in January. So I hope to see you again then. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful holiday season and start to their new year. All right, I'm going to close it out and just say namaste. See you next time.